especially in dragsters, has to be precise because the fuel tanks out front, there's so many things that you have to do. You've got to hit the gas, let go of the brake exactly the same time, every time. And if you don't do that, then the crew chief has another variable he's got to think about. So there are so many little things that make a great driver great in a championship or a race win or race wins in Top Fuel or Funny Car. So
I think pressure comes into play, though, for the driver and the crew. The further you get into a race or the closer you get to a championship, if you're in the lead or up front, the pressure comes in. And I'm not so sure all the people handle the pressure as good as the next person.
Yeah.
So I think that's real important to handle the pressure. I mean, some guys choke at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Whether it's the crew chief making the wrong call because they're looking at somebody's in the next lane that they're nervous about. So they think, well, my driver's not driving good today, so I better try and put a little extra power in.
Right.
And then we go smoke the tires because he thinks you're not driving good today, so he had to try and beat Bernstein because he had to put more power in, and so it's your fault. But that's the pressure point is always something. Perdomo used to always bust my chops because I had a big business and I had a couple bucks, so he used to think, well, you're not a real race car guy. You're more of a business guy out here playing. He never thought I was serious, you know, but whatever. But it's no different in business where you're doing a deal and you're racing for a $250,000 championship or you're driving a Top Fuel dragster. You got to get your mind and go play the game, you know. You just have to handle it easy. And too many people choke the chicken.
Well, I think, oh, sorry, go ahead, Justin.
No, I was just going to say, well, you had, what year was it? You raced the whole year, actually similar to last year with Leah and you guys, right? You had one final round that determined the championship, didn't you, years ago?
I was in the grandstands. I was a kid in the grandstands.
1990, me and Ormsby, winner take all, final round.
Gary had cancer and nobody knew it at that time.
He had prostate cancer.
He knew he was going to, pass eventually, but nobody knew it. And you could cut, it was Pomona, and I was in the grandstand. I'll never forget it. You could cut the air with a knife. Final round, the sun's going down.
Yeah.
It's
winner take all for the race. Plus, I won the Big Bud shootout the day before, so it was an extra 25 money or whatever, the bonus money.
It was crazy to watch you guys stage in the grandstands, knowing everything that was going on. It was.
No, it was. He red lighted and he smoked the tires. I ran low ET of the race, so even if he had beat me with the low ET of the race, the points would let me win the championship. You don't know that before you do it, but it just was crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I'll never forget, I could picture him now. We got down the end. He went and sat in his van and lit a cigarette. And he was in the van. They had a van there with the door open. And I walked over and shook his hand, but he was, you know, I didn't know he had cancer.
Yeah.
And he died the next year.
Yeah.
You know, crazy, crazy.
But Joe, you had a funny route to your dad passes, take over the business at what, 15, 16 years old, you know, build it into this deal. But you only just recently graduated from high school.
Yeah. A local friend lined me up for the local high schools to get me I put the gown on, the hat, and the whole deal with the kids. It was a lot of fun. About 3 years ago or so. So my buddy that lined that up.
It's pretty cool. You've
cool,
got all the success, you know.
Local high school, Old Forge High School.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And you've also done something that is not normal for a lot of people. You know, you've traveled the world in a special way and gone, every continent there is, and just came back
nine continents, yeah. We're lucky, we're blessed. I got a wonderful wife, and we travel a lot. Before we even did this, we were traveling 85 days a year through Exclusive Resort Vacation Club. So we've been everywhere. For 10 years we did that. And then we got a chance to get there's a boat out there called The World, and there's 140 apartments on it. And it's a condo building that travels the world. It just keeps going. You get on and off when you ever want. So we bought an apartment on there. And I just came off of 4 months on it, and I went to so many places and saw so much. It's mind-boggling, the things you get to see out there. You see the world. There's so much world out there. And we'll probably spend 6, 7 months a year on this ship just going all around the world. I mean, lucky in life, I guess, because I'm not a kid. So I'm not playing it like tomorrow's going to come. I'm playing it every day, the maximum, full power. Let's go. But I still work too. I still have commercial business. I have shopping centers. I have retail. I own a dumpster company, make garbage dumpsters from scratch. I actually have 13 LLC things that I play with. But that's like a sideline though, because I sold my business and I got enough money. I'm just playing with that other money. But it's all good. Life is good tour, I call it. I'm on Facebook.
We see you all the time. We live in the same neighborhood.
Development, Paul, yeah.